Alright folks, so what we have here is the 70 to 81 Camaro and Firebird FLOWTECH headers. These are not your regular headers, these are the afterburner headers. So they look nothing like they do in the picture. And what we're going to be installing these on is a 80 Z28. And what this has now is a 1999 Vortec 350. And this is what we're going to be installing it in. So, should be lots of fun. So let's go ahead and pull these out of the box and see what's in it and see what comes in the box. So I've already had these out once before. First thing you're going to get is your reducers. Then you'll have your paperwork, your instructions, and you're probably going to want to know what the model is. This is a 49100 FLT. 49100 FLT. HDR 67 to 74 Chevy Passenger 283 to 400 and Camaro Chevelle 265 to 400. You're going to get your reducer clamps that come separately. And then you should have a bag of bolts with your reducer gaskets. So it has your header bolts and your reducer bolts. Everything you need there, and then we're going to have your headers. And get this other one out. That's how it was shipped. Good old shipping. And then it comes with your set of header gaskets, which they don't seem like cheap ones, so these look pretty good. Now, so here's the driver's side header. It has this 3-into-1, and then it has the rear going into the big pipe. Then we have the passenger side. This goes 3-into-1, and it has the middle pipe going into the big pipe. Now FLOWTECH says that the reason for this is for noise cancellation and for scavenging and velocity. So would this make a difference in my car? Probably not. I bought it mainly for the cool factor. I've never seen these headers before, and if you look online you can't find anything on these headers. I know that the headers they had before these, they had a lot of issues with them because the flanges were real thin and these were bending. And these flanges were real thin and they were bending, and now they're over a 1/4 inch thick. I don't know what the thickness is, but you can tell these are very well thick. So this is the Gen 2.0. These are the newer models that just came out, and I'm going to show you what it takes to put them in the car, and if there's any interference or if we're going to have to do any notching, denting, heating, or anything, or if they're a perfect fit. So I'm not going to show you the whole installation unless there's something absolutely cool about it, because putting headers in, as you know, they're never fun. So once I get them on, I'll show you any interference or any other issues that will be after that. All right. And for most of y'all that don't do this, I do this. I use anti-seize on the bolts just to make them easier to come off when it gets to the point of if these have to get removed or not. So keep that in mind. You'll want to anti-seize them. Alright, so they're bolted in now. And this is what it looks like from the top. And there is mega clearance everywhere. These headers are just that freaking cool. Plenty of space for the spark plug boots, even for the one back there. Plenty of space for this one, and plenty of space for that one. Plenty of space everywhere on this side where the header sits. It's freaking awesome. I've never had a header that went in from the top, and this went in so freaking easy. And it's not even close to the oil filter, which I'll show you when I go down there. It's got plenty of clearance. Okay, so on this side, for the passenger side, I had a hell of a time. I will tell you this, if you take the starter off, you can drop the headers from the top. You do not have to put them in from the bottom. That is just amazing. There's plenty of clearance everywhere for the passenger side header, and there's plenty of clearances for the spark plug boots. All the way down. If you ask me, they were well engineered. They were very well engineered. And so this is the top part. There's plenty of clearance. It fits perfect. And I've got a big surprise for you. I'm going to go underneath and I'm going to show you something that every F-body owner does if they have a Z28 or a Trans Am. So give me a second. Alright, so this is from the back side. Plenty of clearance on both sides from anything. Passenger side, plenty of clearance on both sides from anything. But you want to see the crazy part? Every F-body I've ever had that I've had to put headers on, this frame support or stiffener, whatever they want to call it, had to come off. With these headers, you get to keep them on there. And there's space between them. They look tight, but there's space between them. They're not going to hit. This thing's not even close to the starter. I love the way they're designed. And they really don't even hang low. I don't like they're off-centered. This one stops here. The other one stops there. But yeah, you get to keep the frame support on both sides. Look at that. You see I didn't even put a bolt on it. I mean a socket or a wrench to take it off. It stays right there in place. I will say on this one you have to remove it. Just loosen that up and then you can slide it over and you can actually put the header on. I'll get a oil filter on there, but I guarantee you that it's going to be a good distance from the oil filter. But that design's crazy. I mean, it just clears everything to a T. I didn't have to dent, dimple, grind. I didn't have to do anything with these headers. So, my opinion is, they're more than worth it. They fit superbly great. You can see the space from the support bar. And there's just plenty of clearance everywhere. So, if you're looking for headers, I'm not sponsored by FLOWTECH, but these things are freaking great. They just really are. So I'll leave the rest up to you. Thanks for watching. These are the FLOWTECH aero chamber headers. Afterburners. If you got any questions, just leave a comment and I'll reply. Thanks, folks. Sorry, guys. I should have showed you what it looked like with the dipstick. So the dipstick's in. And there's plenty of clearance. Let me get a flashlight. All right, here we go with the flashlight. Maybe you can see better. It's not even close to the header. All right, so now that completes it. Thanks for watching.